And if we let our grip slip on either in our own lives, we're not going to be able to help people grow, help people mature. If we lean towards grace, we're not helping people become the kind of flourishing humans that God wants them to become. And if we let our grip slip on, or if we hang on to truth and let our grip slip on grace, then we're pushing people away with our harshness. But all of this comes with a warning. If you figure out how to get this right, if you figure out how to get grace and truth right in your relationships, they're going to be like Jesus, messy. But if we are going to be people who love as Jesus loved us, there is a dynamic in play that we need to pay attention to, and the dynamic has to do with this idea of having grace and truth. Grace and truth. Grace says, I love you. Truth says, you need to clean some things up. Grace says, I accept you unconditionally because I love you. Truth says, you need to grow up and mature because I love you. Grace is the quality of God's kindness and love and patience and goodness that is unmerited and undeserved. And truth is, there are standards of right and wrong, and you are to live a righteous life. And this dynamic of grace and truth creates a tension if we hang on to them both, which is why most of us lean towards one or the other. Most of us prefer to lean towards either grace or truth. Based on our personalities, based on our experiences, we lean towards one or the other. Now, for you to get the full value of this message, it's important to know if you are more of a grace person or more of a truth person, and that's where your glow sticks come in. Now, glow sticks are full of science and chemistry, so I developed a highly scientific survey to help you figure out if you are full of grace and truth. So grab one glow stick in each hand. We're going to keep them separate from each other. And I'm going to give you a series of questions. And when your answer comes up, you just hold the appropriate glow stick in the air. If you're attending online today, you can play along too, because the answers are all A, B, or C. So you just type your answer in the chat. Watertown, we need you to play along. Lake Country, we need you to play along. You'll be glad you did. Are you ready for your glow stick action? All right. Question number 1. You have a lunch appointment with a friend. They're 20 minutes late and they're not responding to your texts. When they finally show up, they act as if nothing happened. Do you, A, feel relieved that they're okay? B, confront them about not notifying you? C, feel annoyed? A, green glow stick up in the air. You're relieved that they're okay. B, confront them about not notifying you. Red glow stick up in the air. B, okay, green glow stick people, you can put it down. Red glow stick, okay. How many of you feel annoyed? Both of them. We're directing the airplane, everyone. Directing the airplane. All right, excellent. Question number 2. You have a friend who's in a relationship. You see red flags, but they seem happy. How do you respond? A, who am I to bring it up if they're happy? B, tell your friend exactly what you see. C, drop hints and see if they'll pick up. How many of you pick A, green glow stick? Who am I to bring it up if they're happy? B, truth people, tell them exactly what you see. Okay, C, drop hints and hope they pick it up. All right, you get how this whole thing works now. Third scenario, you're at a business meeting. Someone sits down next to you. They have a horrible body odor. How do you respond? A, breathe through your mouth. B, notify them about their lack of hygiene. C, quietly move away. A, green glow stick. B, red glow stick. Okay, C, quietly move away. Okay, that's a lot of us. Okay, last scenario. You're in a long checkout line in the store. Someone with just as many items as you asks if they can cut in front of you. What do you say? A, of course you can. B, Jason, I can't say those words in church. C, sorry, I'm running late today. A, green glow stick. Look at all you nice people. B, Jason, I can't say those words in church. And C, sorry, I'm running late today. Okay, time to tally up the results of our highly scientific survey. For those of you who answered A to 2 or more of our questions, you are our grace people. If you are 2 or more, let's see those green glow sticks. Man, you guys are so nice. We love grace people. You are so patient all the time. Just awesome. If you answered B to 2 or more of the questions, you are a truth person. Let's see the truth people. You didn't need the glow stick. You already knew when you walked into church today, didn't you? I'm a truth person. It's just the way it is. Okay, now C. How many of you had C for 2 or more of your answers? Get your glow sticks up in the air. Okay, yeah. You're what we call Midwest nice, okay? Unfortunately, you're technically not grace or truth. You're just passive aggressive. And unfortunately, you're going to have the most work to do after today's sermon. Because if we let go even a little bit of either grace or of truth, we are failing to love one another just as Jesus loved us. Now, there's many factors that shape our proclivity to lean one way or the other. For some of us, it's just your hardwired personality. Some of us, you just lean grace by your personality. Others of us, we just lean truth by our personalities. For some of us, it's our experiences. I mean, think of the home you grew up in. Some of us, you grew up in a grace home. Some of us, you grew up in a truth home. For some of us, one parent was grace and the other parent was truth, and you knew exactly which one to ask whenever you wanted something. Or maybe your parents shared custody of you, and they overcompensated for the other person being grace by being extra truth. Or they overcompensated for the other person's truth by being extra grace. They were just unbalanced in their relationship with you. Some of us have a church background. And sometimes entire churches lean one way or the other. Some of us have been part of Grace Church. And in a Grace Church, everyone is accepted, everyone is welcome, everyone's fine just the way they are, but no one calls out the truth. No one's growing in maturity. No one's getting better. No one's repenting of sin. We're just fine the way we are. But some of us have a background in a truth church. And in truth church, all the sinners are condemned, and all the right people are welcome in truth church as long as they're right, or at least they're pretending to be right. But nobody's growing, nobody's maturing. We're just trying to manage our image to look right. And if we let our grip slip on either in our own lives, we're not going to be able to help people grow, help people mature. If we lean towards grace, we're not helping people become the kind of flourishing humans that God wants them to become. And if we let our grip slip on, or if we hang on to truth and let our grip slip on grace, then we're pushing people away with our harshness. So today, we're going to look at the life of Jesus to figure out what it looks like to hang on to both grace and truth so that we can have healthy, flourishing relationships in our lives today and collectively so that we as a church can be the kind of church that Jesus intended and designed for us to be. But all of this comes with a warning. If you figure out how to get this right, if you figure out how to get grace and truth right in your relationships, they're going to be like Jesus, messy. And people are going to think that you are inconsistent. And you will be accused of being unfair, and sometimes people will just find you confusing. But that's how to love like Jesus.